and welcome again to Summit. It's good to be with you again today. Like we always do, we are going to be talking about national issues on the program today, and we'll be x-raying the challenges before this present administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You are welcome. I am Jumoke Michaels. Banji, good to be here again.
Yes, my name is Banji Busari. Of course, you know that there's so much expectation. Expectations are very high about good governance from this administration. Of course, coming from 8 years of Buhari's administration to another APC administration, Nigerians believe that something must change to give them better and quality life. Governance is the key thing now after the Supreme Court has actually ruled that the current administration was validly elected. So Nigerians are asking, what's the focus, what's the direction of this administration, such that it will actually ameliorate some of the sufferings and then ease the problems that Nigerians are going through. That's our focus on today's edition of the program, is achieving good governance challenges before the current administration. Of course, we know there's a huge challenge, but we believe that the administration must be up to it. Of course, they are talking about renewed hope. How much is the renewed hope actually going to bring support to Nigerians? You are welcome.
All right, so and we have an apt person in the studio with us today who's going to be looking at these challenges and, of course, trying to prefer a chat or trying to prefer a way that the government can take to help Nigerians enjoy governance in Nigeria. Mr. Razak Ulokoba is our guest this morning, a public affairs analyst. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
So we're talking about renewed hope. This renewed hope is all over the place. It started during the engineering period till after the election. Now we're saying, was the choice of that mantra, renewed hope, was it justified? Because it raised the expectation of Nigerians so high. So how would you assess that mantra?
Well, after hope should be reality. And the reality for the people is to first admit that we're in a very difficult period. And if you want to come out of a difficult period as a nation, responsibility must be apportioned. For the government must put up the manifesto and compel all officials to come up with their roadmap. I think that's the area the government, the president should look into seriously, that he has exhibited and expressed that he's a political agent by ensuring that he touched all political sectors and groups. That's what makes the appointment, and that's a good one. What should follow immediately is to demand for a roadmap from the appointees. If you don't compel the appointees to come up with a roadmap, likelihood are that they will end up like previous ministers, because that's what you are going to hold them onto. Now, as a president, we will say that for him to say that he doesn't want to take a bullet for any minister again, we also commend him for that. He said clearly that if you don't perform, you are going to be removed. And you are going to
shape up or shape out.
Yes, you are going to be removed and you are going to be replaced. That's a good one. So, for Nigerians too, we must learn how to supervise our government. One of the key responsibilities of the people is to also follow keenly the roadmap set by various officials. We must make sure that those roadmaps are followed to the letter. We must not be under the assumption that 2 + 2 must be equal to 4. We must assist and think with the mathematical memory of political class that cannot be 5, it should always be 4. So having said that, for all these things to come to fruition, I have always been advocating for a gestation period of 2 years. That there is no magic to it. For us to come out of where we find ourselves today, It's not a magic. If you do the right thing, it's likely to take us 2 years before we begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. In fact, many of my colleagues in the sector, in the economic sector, political scientists like me, said that to say 2 years as a gestation period is a very generous aspiration. That it's going to take the life of this administration before we are going to get out of what we find ourselves. I know very well that the Nigerians are a complex people to govern. When you demand the sacrifice from all of us, when it comes to the people, it's always very difficult for us to play our role. What do I mean by that? I can give an example. To give dignity to our currency now, we must do some concessions in terms of jettisoning our addiction for foreign products. Coming out of where we find ourselves can never be without pain. But you see, agitation that why do you have to place a ban importation of goods and things like that? And I begin to wonder that have we forgotten that one of the major reasons why our naira is getting reduced in value day in and day out is because our pursuit for dollar. Pursuit for dollar because we need that dollar to purchase foreign goods. So anytime a policy comes out, the aspect that we are supposed to play our role, we close our eyes to it. And those are part of the challenges.
I wanted to say. You have mentioned two major challenges now in quick succession. You have talked about the ministers having a roadmap is a challenge on its own. Then you have also talked about our penchants for foreign goods. Remember that during the Buhari administration, he actually tried to stop us from eating foreign rice, and importing all those things. But we are back to it, or we never left it anyway. So those are challenges on their own. But I would like to take you back to the role of the ministers. Is a challenge. Now the new president has warned that if you don't perform, you will be
shown the way out.
You will be shown the way out. Is that enough to curtail the excesses or the non-performance of these ministers? Shouldn't there be more? Maybe
timelines for performance.
Timelines,
that's the
that would
roadmap.
help them.
That's the roadmap. And if there's no content for engagement, they will be under the assumption that they can put up their own initiative. There's no initiative here. There's a manifesto already.
Okay.
So it's for you as a minister for mining to expunge the aspect that has to do with mining.
From the manifesto. Yeah.
We have had issues and challenges with our resources. The way it escaped and found its way to Dubai gold markets. Another various parts of the world. And you look at states in Nigeria that in tabulation, the top list of poorest states. But in terms of natural resources, they are one of the richest states. For instance, Kogi, that's another one. All those states top list. Yes. So what is the minister doing to curtail all these things? Is it that the federal government do not have the capacity to secure those resources? Just like the case in the right of you hear of all sheikhs, all belongs to the families, it belongs to state, it belongs to the people. Unlike the case in Nigeria where federal government preside over all the natural resources. Is that what the minister wants us to reverse? Is that the direction we must begin to look at? Because if you look at what is the content of the roles of a federal government in Nigeria, it's so enormous. Is that a challenge? So if you don't put up a roadmap, those challenges will not come out. And after 6 months, all the members of the civil society have come up and we have agreed that we are going to be carrying out a quarterly assessment conduct an integrity test to submit to the president every 3 months. And we are going to compel the president to act on it. That free salary for 4 years, the other should be over. And Nigerians should not assume that what we are doing as activists, a career is not a career. All of us should be activists in this matter. Nigeria must take part of it, and that's why I'm saying that anybody that is under the impression that I will sit down, somebody will continue to agitate for me. We don't realize the price all of us have to pay. Form yourself into cluster groups across the country and begin to make demand for public office holders. It is said it is federal character. What's your minister bringing home for you? Head of agency, what's he bringing home for you? But if you assume that it is the minister that should, that's why you see all these appointments they get sold off to people who are not from their region. So it's an unfair arrangement. So if the people don't do anything about it, we keep having the same result. It's because people's participation is lacking. And that's why you see anywhere in the world, people understand the role they are supposed to play. We should not be held responsible for the economic crisis in this country. The people should not be held responsible. But for us to assume that the government should always know what they are doing, it's wrong. It's a wrong notion. Government should be supervised by the people. The direction must be given to the government. We want ABC, and we must follow it up. So on this note, the president, we should not wait for president to realize that a minister is not working before we tell him.
All right.
On power sector, in collaboration with all the agencies that must disseminate information to the people, they have to start explaining to Nigerians that the question of power has been devolved to state. Nobody is saying anything. So the people of this country should begin to hold the Minister for Information responsible for certain policy that are not already explained to Nigerians. Should hold the Minister for Power Sector responsible for his refusal to break down what is the content of the concession to state. What's the federal government holding on to himself? We should begin to hold them responsible.
Hold them responsible. Yes, well said, well said. But let me say that a lot of people believe that Nigerians are so much impoverished that they lack the courage to actually take hold government accountable for its misdeeds or bad performance and all of that. Now, recently you are aware that government has been preaching, and you have said it too, that we need to bear the pain for a gestation period of 2 years. You are even saying that that's even generous, that the whole life of this administration may not even be enough to put the economy in good shape. How much more sacrifice do you think Nigerians can make, knowing fully well that the leaders are not making commensurate sacrifice? They are buying SUVs, they are buying all of that. They are saying Nigerians continue to bear the pain. For how long? For how much?
Don't close
I don't think it's a loaded question. I want you to look at it.
Yes. I don't close eyes to what I kept saying, that don't be under the assumption that the people in government don't understand your mood. They understand your pattern. They know that 2-3 weeks of persistent complaint about a certain issue, you keep quiet again. Nobody's saying that about the SUV again. That's not how you make your public officials work. That's number one. Number two is that you say people are hungry. Needless hunger leads to anger. Anger is the ingredient of revolution. It's only in Nigeria that the reverse is the case. It's only in Nigeria when you are needless, when you are not supposed to be hungry, and you are hungry. That's when Nigerians become more sober.
Docile.
They become more docile. They become more. I'm not sure, should not be godly, but needlessly taking recourse to not God, taking recourse to certain aspects of it that you should divert your ear, which that's not the content of what the Bible and the Quran say. So it's a shared responsibility, and that is what Nigerians don't want to admit. The moment you allow the country to get to this point, the pain cannot be taken away when the road to come out of it begins to appear to us. The moment the country has gotten to this point, the program of recovery All of us will bear the brunt. There's no one that comes without pay. And if the people don't play this role, we are not going to get out of it. People who bought SUV, they bought us they estimated similar trade 4 years ago. Nigerians complain. It's not actually they don't know Nigerians don't complain, but they know the attitude and the character of Nigeria. And that's why we need to tell Nigerians that you need to start going into cluster groups in your neighborhood. What's your councillor doing? What's your chairman doing? If we don't do that, we should not be under the assumption. The question of people who are hungry is not an excuse. We are passing through an historical process. There are countries in the world that has passed through this. Japan took a shortcut to development and suffered 2 atomic crises, Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and the recent of Fukushima. I keep giving that example because they don't have reason to be prosperous again in their life. But they took a shortcut. You know, those people, that's a Japanese product, I don't want it. But today, you can't say that again. Yes. The same thing in China. As long as you want the state government to tabulate bad data for you on the basis of allocation you're going to collect from Abuja, it will not be accurate. Because there's always the inspiration to want more. So they put all sorts of people who don't decide. Now, by the time you want to look at the accurate data of the people living in your state, you will miss a lot of things. So it became juggle. But if we are the one tabulating the people living in your state on the basis of you pay tax, it will be so accurate. And that's what is affecting the data, the national database. And that's it for every sector. You look at the education now. The budget that is meant for education will be subdivided into 36 to commissioners of each state. In each state, you have special advisor and special assistant. Then you have committee, Senate Committee on Education, House of Rep Committee on Education, House of Assembly Committee on Education, agencies on education about 20 or 30. How will the lecturers be able to get paid money that is sufficient enough for them to conduct research? There are certain things that are changing all over the world now. Our lecturers can't conduct research. Even the management, AI, artificial intelligence, there's a depth. There's a peculiarity to African people, but there's no money for research. So the money will be paid to advisor, minister, senate. The same thing goes for agriculture. This duplication of offices, senior minister for agriculture, junior minister for agriculture, and that's on agriculture. That's why agriculture can never be subsidized in Nigeria, and that's why people who left school and became engineers in farms and operate mechanized agriculture will still go back and see that is this the primitive agriculture you want me to do, and we end up in bank.
All right, so much about that. Let's talk about the hard realities that we spoke about earlier on. The inflation rate that this current administration inherited was about 18%. Now it's about 30%. Now, Nigerians are actually they've never had it's so bad in terms of economy. It's actually affecting virtually everything, housing, education, feeding, and all of that. Now, the macro and the micro policies of this administration so far has been back and forth. So much so that Nigerians don't even know whether they are taking the right direction. When will this government be able to demonstrate? How soon? You are saying 2 years. 2 years, a lot of people would have died. Now, so do you not see that as a big challenge? That yes, as much as we are targeting utopian situation where everything will be all right, how soon do you think Nigerians can actually heave a sigh of relief that the economy is on the right side and people can buy food with 500 naira?
Well, the gestation period is not an opinion, is from the strength of knowledge. And when you say that your car is bad and the journey may not be peaceful, that expert is not expressing his opinion. He's just stating the facts. The government today, Tinubu government today, they are not bad managers. But no matter how good you are as a driver, if your vehicle is bad, no matter how good you are as a driver, your passenger will always complain. So why can't you repair your car? So I give it to Tinubu that is brilliant from the way he has handled our economy, from the way he's doing a lot of things.
You are seeing a ray of hope.
Yeah, seeing a ray of hope. But it will be better to drive a good car that doesn't have a mechanical fault. The tire is good. The results will be better. The journey will be shorter, faster, and the passenger and the driver will not have altercations. The structure we have today will also be plotting the followers against the leaders.
That's the structure.
That's the structure. And that has been the case since Obasanjo's days. Nigerians just want to understand that we are this rich. Why are you not fixing it? And the president will have the illusion or the impression that every day, you know the numbers of things I do every day, you know the number policies
are there not one or two things that government can do that have a kind of effect on a turnaround on everything? Fixing our refineries, for instance, getting stable electricity. Those two items, if they are actually addressed, if that's all this administration is able to achieve, will that not affect the small scale and the medium scale?
That's why the media always want an immediate, us to tell Nigeria the immediate solution. You cannot preside over the resources that is meant for a particular region and think you are going to manage it well. Nigeria government is a bad manager for oil and gas. The oil and gas of this country belongs to a particular state, and the state should manage their resources. When state manage their resources, it will not be difficult for government to establish conditions for us to have refineries. But because the federal government is the one in charge of oil, they are under that we can't give you refinery, create a bogus. Go and look at all the countries that have oil. Coming up with refineries, it's not, the condition is not as difficult as this. But that is when the resources is not in the hand of the federal government. You have of oil sheiks in the Middle East. You have of the Texas oil in America. It belongs to the states. It belongs to the people. So the more you think the federal government should acquire more resources to itself, the more they become bad managers of that resources. That's number one. The immediate thing that we need to do on oil and gas, what we have said over and over again, that there should be modular refineries. But the more you look at the possibility of coming up with the modular refineries, the more the government gets distracted. For 8 good years of war, what is a disciplined person? And they can't fix a refinery. There's something wrong with the way we run our country. Something is wrong with it. And you still want us to follow that terrain again. And we under the illusion that we'll be able to repair the refinery. So we should not continue to hammer on the immediate. There's no immediate in this structure. There's no immediate there. There's nothing we can do in the immediate in this structure. What you need to do is to do something about the structure. If you don't do something about the structure, you will assume you are taking a step forward, while in the reality you are taking 10 steps backward.
All right, so going forward, what would be your advice to the people of Nigeria, especially understanding with this administration?
For people, it should be eternal vigilance. And we should go and begin to wear that garment of a supervisor of your government. The second thing is what we have said, that the president should immediately compel head of agencies and ministers to come up with a roadmap. And it should also demonstrate the willingness to remove and replace a non-performing minister. See, if you do that, challenges will emerge naturally, and you know what should be the next thing. But if you don't have a manifesto, if you don't have a roadmap, you keep applying the method of the previous ministers, the result will be the same. So the president should be ready to remove and replace. And for the ministers and appointees, one thing they should know is that Nigerians have high expectations from them. The hope of Nigeria to become a reality is not on the president, it's on them. The president is just one person. So
the president told Nigerians not to pity him, that he actually went for the job, he got it, and he knew he had the capacity to deliver. So why shouldn't we hold him responsible?
No, I'm telling the appointee. I'm not talking to Nigerians now. I'm talking to the appointees now.
Okay.
That the president has done his bid, and the hope we are having in the president is actually on them.
Okay.
The president is just a one-man person.
Okay.
They are his team. So the earlier they realize that the task ahead of them is an Herculean task, there's no sleep for them, there's no rest for them, and there will only be pity and commendation for them only if they perform.
All right, thank you so much, sir. All right, so we'll move on to the next segment of the program, which is about showcasing some of the developmental strides of this administration in Lagos State. Please stay tuned for them. That will also be telling you about my name is Michael.
It's been an exciting one, and I hope you picked one or two things from this intel for this package entirely. See you again next week.
Lagos State Government, under the visionary leadership of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, held the ceremonial groundbreaking of the Lagos Film City in Ejirin, Epe, Lagos. It was the culmination of a 3-year journey which originated from the vision and mission of Mr. Linus Idahosa, CEO and founder of Del York Group. The Lagos Film City groundbreaking event, held on the 18th of October 2023 at Ejirin, Ekpe local government area. In attendance were several government dignitaries, an array of royal fathers, actors, business moguls, and Lagosians. The establishment of the Lagos Film City places the art and entertainment sector at the heart of the city's development, recognizing its immense potential to shape the future. At a projected cost of $100 million, with the expectation of 20% revenue for Lagos State, the Ekpe Film City holds so much promise for economic revitalization of the state through the arts. The collaboration between the Lagos Film City and the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is expected to generate substantial economic impact. With an anticipated influx of international visitors, it's projected that the tourism sector alone will contribute significantly to the local economy, potentially boosting revenue by over 20% in the coming years. The governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, arrived grandly to the event in an helicopter and was warmly received by some delegates, school pupils, and traditional performers.
Academic excellence, exceptional
The Lagos State Commissioner for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Mrs. Toke Benson Awoyinka, said the project was being undertaken in collaboration with players in the entertainment sector, including Ebony Life Academy, Del York International, and Ogidi Studios.
It's collaboration with various notable players in the entertainment sector, like the ones that I just mentioned, provided the platform for so many of our young budding talents to hone their skills in acting, direction, scripting, cinematography, editing, and photography. The testimony of this investment is evident, as we have just seen. Already, these various decisive steps taken by this administration in this sector have started to contribute significantly to the gross GDP of the state in various sectors. It is my utmost belief by the time the Lagos Film City comes on stream, the spiral effect of the state profile as a tourist destination of choice, economy, employment, and other opportunities will be appreciated beyond the entertainment sector. On a final note, I want to appreciate our wonderful hosts of this gigantic project, the Ejirin Ekpe community, especially the Elejirin of Ejirin. Thank you very much, Kabiesi. I seek for your full cooperation with everyone and every organization that will be working on this project. There would be a cocktail of investors from film to hospitality to real estate as conceived by Mr. Governor. The Lagos Film City is your baby, Kabiesi. It is for you to hold, to nurture, and to protect it. It is noteworthy that the goodness and benefits of this project will be first enjoyed by yourself and your community. So let us give our best to protect this project and the individuals, and as individuals in this community. On this note, I want to say a very big thank you to Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, for these and the other laudable groundbreaking initiatives to place Lagos as a choice destination for entertainment and tourism. Your name shall surely be written in gold in Lagos. Mr.
Governor, you have made history. You have nurtured this dream to a huge success, to a reality, and you are indeed affirmed that Bokokon Region, you have opened Ejirin for business. You have opened Ejirin to the world. Thank you very much, Mr. Governor. We appreciate you. On behalf of all our political leaders, on behalf of our party chairman in Lagos State, Pastor Colinius Ojelabi, on behalf of all our GAC members that are here, particularly Alhaji Mutuare, we say a very big thank you to you, Mr. Governor. And of course, you know, when a good deed is done to someone, failure to show appreciation tantamount to daylight robbery. And that is why a corresponding Yoruba they says, and I quote, "Ti aba shenilo reta abadupe bi olosha koni leru loni." Mr. Governor, on behalf of our people, all the good people of Ikoseji in local council development area, we say a very big thank you. And we assure you that Ikoseji in particular and Ekpe in general is the future of Lagos. We have the landmass in abundance. We are waiting for more to come. And this that you have bring to us is not just going to bring economic and infrastructure prosperity to Ikoseji local council development area or Ekpe division. It's going to also bring enormous job opportunities to our teeming women and youth. Mr. Governor, on behalf of our people once again, we appreciate you. Indeed, you have proven to us that Ekpe is your hope.
Speaking during the ceremony, Mr. Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the project, which will be executed on the private-public partnership model, would be a creative hub and serve as a catalyst for talent discovery and storytelling excellence.
Please give yourself a round of applause. And so this momentous occasion marks a significant milestone on a journey towards creating a thriving and a vibrant film industry that will not only captivate the audience worldwide, but also contribute to the economic growth and the cultural development of our beloved state and country. Before coming into office, like the Commissioner said, over 4.5 years ago, we conceived and we birthed our economic agenda under the team's agenda. And for the next 4 years, we've added another flavor to it, which I've called the Teams Plus agenda. The plus is to refresh, to rebrand, and to further equip it, to ensure that there's every aspect of social inclusion. And that's why we're here today, to ensure that the youth have a space, and to ensure that there's equity and there's gender balance in everything that we do. Very intentional and very deliberate. People that are doing great things, let's work with them. Let's partner with them. Let us be able to ensure that they can do it bolder, quicker, and faster. And so we've trained lots and lots of youth, over 4,000 to 5,000 of them right now, in film acting, film directing, movie making, movie editing, cinematography, script writing, sound production, lighting effect, makeup artists, and other aspects of the entire creative space. Through this industry, we have seen a growth of about 20 to 25% of the numbers of digital filmmakers that we have seen in Lagos. And so on your behalf, let me thank Messrs. Del York Creative Academy. Let me thank Ebony Life Creative Academy. Let me thank Ogidi Studios. Let me thank the African Music Awards Academy, AMA. I'm grateful to all of you. I'm grateful for believing in us and for allowing us to use you as a testament, as a springboard into that space. I'm happy that all of you are here this morning to commence another journey in this all-important industry, the Lagos Film City. The journey starts, and we're all happy that we're part of this journey that we're doing today. All of you stakeholders, all of you filmmakers, all the investors, educators, traditional institutions, entertainers at large, to join hands with us to create the success of the film city. Let us work together to build an ecosystem that will be long-lasting, that will be enduring, that will nurture the creativity, that will help to ensure, will foster collaboration and empower our artists to push the boundaries of their unique crafts and their creative minds. I think you all deserve a round of applause at this stage. This is for you. It's about you. It's about what you've been craving for. It's about the future that you see that we're helping you to birth and to realize. I think it's proper at this junction, first, to thank the entire host community, both old and young, both men and women.
Different cultural and orchestral performances enriched the event as the audience gave them rapt attention. Mr. Linus Idahosa, founder, Del York Group, threw more light on the collaboration with the Lagos State Government on the Lagos Film City project and disclosed the scope of the initiative.
What has grown what is now called Hollywood today, the Chinese film industry, the British film industry, is as a result of men and women who made up their minds that they were going to turn their resentment about what is wrong about their industry into a result that they will be the change that the industry seeks. And so as you will experience in the mining industry, where you have artisan miners taking base metals from the earth and refining it and exporting it to the world. What we're doing here today is to identify the latent talents that lie within the creative industry, refine them and turn them from artisan players to players who will change the face of our industry. And for what this entails, on this 100 hectares, the plan is to have a creative university, to also have some sound stages, to have a place where creatives can live, learn, and work. And so at some point, we'll be showing you how all of that will come together. And we hope that you will be a partner with us in this journey to take this industry to the heights that it deserves.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, sir. Thank you for having us here today. It's an honor and a privilege to stand before you on this momentous occasion as the director of Ebony Life Group, representing the collective enthusiasm and commitment of our organization. I stand here on behalf of our entire team and our esteemed founder, Mo Abudu, who deeply regrets for not being here today. But she sends her warmest regards and her unwavering support for this remarkable venture. Today, we gather for an event that marks a milestone in the history of Lagos State. The groundbreaking ceremony of Lagos Film City is not just a symbolic gesture, it signifies a monumental leap forward in our pursuit of becoming a global powerhouse in the entertainment and creative industry. I would like to extend our heartfelt congratulations to His Excellency Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu for his unwavering support to transforming Lagos into a world-class hub for the entertainment, film, and creativity. We at Ebony Life Group are proud to be a part of this exciting journey. Our involvement with Lagos State through the Ebony Life Creative Academy has been a testament of our dedication to nurturing local talent and fostering a thriving creative industry. The partnership between Ebony Life and Lagos State is rooted in a shared vision and to create a vibrant and dynamic ecosystem for the creative sector. And with that, I'd like to say thank you very much, sir, for the support, and we're very excited to see the future of Lagos Film City. Thank you very much.
It is profound that the promoters of this project had the vision to move and implement. And God's grace, having set their hands to the plow, this project is a laudable one. Kabiesi, you don't know what is happening here today, but your posterity will remember it when this city comes into fruition. Film, creative industry is grassroots, homegrown. It will change the economy of this community. And I'm glad that it's happening under Lagos State, 4th or 5th largest economy on the continent. So if anybody can realize this project is not a cheap project, only Lagos probably can, with the energy of the industry players. Thank you very much.
The Elejiri of Ejiri Kingdom, Oba Rafiu Ishola Balogun, full of joy, excitement, and appreciation, sang thanksgiving songs to God for the historic milestone of situating the film city in Ejiri land. He also eulogized the state government and prayed fervently for Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu.
Close to me, almost about 5 or 6 years ago, the then Lagos State government requested for this parcel of land. Then I had 2 options. 1, either to say no, 2, or to sell the land. But I decided, I said no, I will not sell this land. Rather, I will give it out to Lagos State government for this particular project. And I thank God for one thing today, that I am alive to witness this particular occasion. And my wife is also alive to witness this particular occasion. And And at the same time, Your Excellency, àwọn ìlú mi máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín gbogbo ìgbà táyé bá ń jáyé o a máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ His Excellency Mr. Babajide Olúṣọlá Sanwó-Olú. You know, I mentioned the last opportunity we had was during the Europeans. Since the Europeans left, we've never had it so good in Nigeria. Today is a special day. There's no day we can never forget you, Your Excellency. We continue to remember you in prayers. We need to remember your wife, your family in prayers. Ọlọ́run á tọ́jú yín o. Your Excellency, ẹ̀mí yín á gùn. Your Excellency, ẹ ní àlàáfíà. Your Excellency, ẹ ní kú sọ́nà bí èéfín. Your Excellency, ẹ ṣe àṣeyè. Èyí tẹ̀ ń ṣe yìí, ẹ gbé dórí. Tẹ́pá tún á parí ẹ̀ tún á bọ́ sókè. Bọ́lá ṣe máa ṣọ̀rọ̀ yín nìyẹn.
Yeah, I feel good and it's very nice. Like it's good, everything is good. Everybody's looking so excited to be part of it, and I'm also excited to be here too as well, to witness this. Yeah, so that's my one point of view. It's going to be so good to like have the youth to be like, okay, to the youth at least, for the youth not to be jobless, like at least we have so many opportunities. Yes, like it's good.
It's commendable, very, very commendable, and it is a big project for our environment. We are very glad to have such project in our environment. There's a lot of outcome because job opportunity and creativity will come from the youth. 75% of employment here will come from the youth circle.
Unlike the previous film or theatre projects conceived before this by previous administrations, the beauty of this project is the active collaboration of Sanwo-Olu's government with the critical stakeholders in the industry. Mr. Femi Adebayo, representing the Actors Guild of Nigeria, in his speech, commended the Lagos State government for conceiving the Film City project, while equally promising that its association will be part of the success story of the initiative.
Those who know, that's Jagun. Over to you, sir. Goodwill message, 1 minute. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Lagos State, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu. With your kind permission, please, I want to stand on the existing protocols. I would only say thank you like others have done. Your Excellency, in so many ways you have shown support to the entertainment industry, not only for those practicing entertainment in Lagos, but in Nigeria as a whole. Well, this you have done today gives us that much confidence that at any point in time, your door is open for the entertainers. Your Excellency, I heard the Honorable Commissioner for Tourism said that this will be open for investment, for so many of us would love to invest in this kind of a project. And I want to say thank you, God bless you, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, God bless you.
The groundbreaking ritual was done by the governor, flanked by the Commissioner for Arts, Tourism and Culture, Honorable Toke Benson Awoyinka, royal fathers, and some government officials. This was straightway followed by the official opening and dedication of the project by Mr. Governor.
These sites, in 2 years, in 2.5 years, will have become a site that will come and do, by the grace of God, the first commissioning of a set of infrastructure and buildings that will be here for the Lagos Film City. Thank you. Mr. Governor, today, October 18, 2023. Beautiful logo, Lagos Film City, and it's rising. Thank you very much.
This monumental endeavor, a public-private partnership with the Lagos State government under the adept leadership of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, will serve as a catalyst for empowering Nigerian youth, providing them with unparalleled educational and professional opportunities in the entertainment realm. Beyond the groundbreaking ceremony, Lagosians will eagerly look forward to a successful completion of the landmark project in the lifetime of Governor Sanwo-Olu's administration, while it's hoped that it will become instantly operational and a major revenue earner for the citizens.